Embrace failure, how setbacks can propel you forward. When you fail, you're forced to confront your weaknesses and mistakes. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also incredibly valuable. Failures shine a light on areas where you need to improve, and it pushes you out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when challenged, when you're outside of that safe, familiar space. Think about it. If everything in life were easy, you've never had the initiative to push forward, to innovate, or to improve. Failure is what makes you dig deeper, work harder, and think smarter. It's the catalyst for creativity and resilience. Consider failure as a feedback loop. When you fail, you get data, information about what worked and what didn't work. This feedback is invaluable because it allows you to make adjustments, refine your approach, and come back stronger. Every failure is an opportunity to get closer to your goal. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. How to reframe failure. How do you reframe failure so it becomes a tool for success rather than a roadblock? I'm going to provide you guys with a few strategies that can help you. Shift your perspective. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, view it as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What went wrong and how can I fix it? By shifting your perspective, you take control of the situation. You move from a victim mentality to an empowered mindset. Remember, failure is not about you as a person. It's about the process. Separate your self-worth from your outcomes and don't take failures personal. Embrace the process. Understand that success is a journey, not a destination. Along this journey, failure is a natural, necessary part. When you start a new project, a new job, or even a new relationship, remind yourself that there will always be bumps along the road. Embrace these challenges as part of the process. The more you fail, the closer you get to success, because each failure teaches you something new. Normalize failure. One of the reasons failure feels so daunting is because we don't talk about it enough. In our social media-driven world, we're constantly bombarded with images of success, but we rarely see the failures that come before them. Normalize talking about your failures. Share your setbacks with others. It not only helps you process them, but it also inspires others to see that failure is part of everyone's journey. Practice self-compassion. When you fail, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism. I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed. But this kind of negative self-talk only holds you back. Instead, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. Self-compassion leads to resilience, and resilience is what helps you bounce back from failure. The fear of failure, why it holds us back. Failure is a concept that instills fear in many of us. From a young age, we're conditioned to see failure as something to be avoided at all costs. Whether it's a bad grade at school, a missed promotion at work, or a failed business venture, society tends to stigmatize failure. This fear of failure often prevents us from taking risks, trying new things, or pursuing our true passions. But the truth is, the fear of failure can be more crippling than the failure itself. When we allow the fear of failure to control our decisions, we limit our potential. We settle for safe, comfortable choices that don't challenge us or push us to grow. We avoid taking the necessary risks that can lead to our greatest successes. But what if we flip the script? What if we saw failure not as an end, but a necessary step on the path to success? Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Fear of failure is the only real failure. The first step in embracing failure is to reframe it. Rather than seeing failure as a negative outcome, view it as a valuable learning experience. Failure provides us with feedback. It shows us what didn't work, what worked, and why it worked or didn't work. This information is crucial for making adjustments and improvements that are going to be necessary further along the road. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Why failure is essential for innovation. Innovation requires risk-taking, and with risk comes the possibility of failure. However, It's through these failures that we often make the most significant breakthroughs. In the world of science, medicine, technology, and entrepreneurship, many of the greatest achievements have come from people who weren't afraid to fail. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything? Take, for example, the world of startups. The most important entrepreneurs are those who embrace failures as part of the process. They understand that every failed project, product, and every missed opportunity and every setback provides valuable insights that can be used to refine their ideas and their strategies. Without these failures, innovation will stagnate. In Silicon Valley, there exists a phrase called fail fast, fail often. It's a mantra pretty much in Silicon Valley. And it's a recognition that failure is an integral part of the innovation process. By embracing failure, entrepreneurs are able to iterate quickly, learn from mistakes, and ultimately create products and services that change the world. Learning from failure. So how can we learn from failure and use it to propel us forward? Well, I'm going to provide you guys with some practical strategies that have worked for me. Analyze your failures. When you experience a setback, take the time to analyze what went wrong. Ask yourself questions like, what could have I done differently? What factors contributed to this outcome? What can I learn from this experience? By conducting a thorough analysis, you can identify the root causes of your failure and use that information to make better decisions in the future. Separate failure from your self-worth. It's essential to recognize that failure is not a reflection of you as a person. Too often we internalize failure, seeing it as a sign that we're not good enough or that we don't have what it takes to succeed. This mindset can be incredibly damaging and can prevent us from taking the necessary steps to achieve our goals. Instead, try to view failure as part of the process, not as a reflection of your own abilities. Cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset see failure as an opportunity to grow rather than a setback. They understand that every challenge and every failure is an opportunity to develop new skills and improve. By cultivating this growth mindset, you'll be better equipped to handle setbacks and use them as stepping stones to success. Practice resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. It's a crucial skill for anyone who wants to achieve success in any area of life. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring your failures or pretending they don't affect you. Instead, it means acknowledging your setbacks, learning from them, and then getting back on track. One way to build resilience is by setting small goals, small achievable goals, and celebrating your progress along the way. This will help you stay motivated and maintain a positive outlook even in the face of challenges. The role of failure in personal development. Failure isn't just important for professional success. It's also essential for personal development. When we experience failure, we're forced to confront our weaknesses and limitations. This can be uncomfortable, but it's also an opportunity for growth. Personal development is all about becoming the best version of yourself, and failure is a crucial part of that process. It's through failure that we learn humility, patience, and perseverance. It's through failure that we develop the resilience to keep going, even when things get tough. One of the most important lessons we can learn from failure is the importance of self-compassion. When we fail, it's very easy to be hard on ourselves, to beat ourselves up for not being perfect. But self-compassion is all about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you will offer a friend who is going through a tough time and similar situations. It's about recognizing that failure is a part of life and that it doesn't define you as a person. Overcoming the fear of failure. The fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to success. It can prevent us from taking the risks necessary to achieve our goals, and it can lead to procrastination, self-doubt, and even paralysis. But the good news is that the fear of failure can be overcome. Perseverance is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's about continuing to push forward, even when the odds are stacked up against you. It's about believing in yourself, even when others doubt you. One way to overcome the fear of failure is by reframing your thinking. Instead of seeing failure as something to be feared, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Remind yourself that failure is not the end. It's just a step on the path to success. Another strategy is to take small and manageable risks. Start by stepping out of your comfort zone in small ways. As you become more comfortable with taking risks, you'll build confidence and reduce your fear of failure. It's important to surround yourself with supportive people who encourage you to take risks and embrace failure. These people can offer valuable perspectives, help you stay motivated, and remind you that failure is a natural process of the journey to success. Embrace failure as a path to success. In conclusion, failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It's a natural, necessary part of the journey to success. By reframing failure as a learning experience, cultivating a growth mindset, and building resilience, you can use setbacks to propel you forward. Remember, every failure brings you one step closer to your goals. As you move forward in your personal and professional life, I encourage you to embrace failure. Take risks. Step out of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid to fall short. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and ultimately achieve your dreams.